Hello everyone. So we are discussing here the educational code forces round 186. We will discuss the question A, B and C here. First we will discuss the logic and then we will go ahead with the code flow. So I am opening the question A. So I will first read the question. This is a new year string. We will call a string consisting of characters 0, 2, 5 and or 6 a new year string if at least one of the condition is met. It contains the string 2026 as continuous substring, or the second condition is it does not contain the string 2025 as continuous substring. So what the question is saying that if the string has 2026 as substring, we can say it is a new year string and it should not contain the 2025. So these two conditions, like there is an exclusion, like at least one is true, then it is true. Okay. So now we will take the example. Let's say the first example 2025 2026. In this case we have 2026 in this string, so we have this is as a new year string. Again in the second one we don't have 2025 and we don't have 2026 also. The second condition is met, so this is also a new year string. Again the third is new year. The fourth one 000, it does not contain the 2025, so it is a new year string. Correct. Now what we can say, the question is further saying that you are given a string S. You can perform the following operation any number of times, possibly 0. Choose a character in the string S and replace it with 0, 2, 5 and 6. You can choose any number, any one of these four characters. Okay. So we need to convert the string into a new year string. Okay. So what could be the minimum and what could be the maximum, that we will first of all discuss. The minimum is 0. The string is already a new year string. What if the string is not a new year string? In that case, it does not contain the 2026, but it should contain 2025. So we have to change the digit 5 to 6, so that it will be converted to 2025 to 2026. So at max we required only one character to change. Okay. Now we will discuss where we required this character to change. Okay. Now I am showing my iPad screen. Okay. So as we see that where we required the one digit to change. So let's say we have 2025 and 2026 in our string. So if we have 2026 present, then it is new string. We will take as a new and old as a flag string. If it contains 2025, okay, then it is a if it is contains 2025 and does not contain 2026, in that case it is old. If it does not contain both, then in that case it is new. So we have only three conditions. We will match these three conditions and our problem will be solved. Okay. Now I will show the code how we will go ahead. Okay. So okay, now we will go ahead with this flow. We have taken the integer n as input, then we have taken the string s. We have taken two boolean, new and old. Okay, as we said in our logic flow. So what I am doing, I am going through the string and I am checking whether it contains 2026 or not. If it contains 2026, then new will be true. Again I am checking whether it contains the 2025 or not. If it contains 2025, then old will be true. Now further, as we have only three conditions. If new is true, then we have 0 operations is required. If old is true, then we have only one operation is required. And in the other case, if we don't have the new and we don't have the old, then in that case the string is already new string, new year string. So we will print as 0 because 0 operation required. That is the only short code for this. Now going ahead, the second problem. Yeah. The second problem is New Year cake. So we will first read the question and we will try to understand. The cake must consist of at least one layer. One layer. The size of the top layer of the cake must be 1. The size of the layer below it must be 2. The layer below that must be 4, and so on. Each layer except for the top one is twice the size of the layer above it. Additionally, each layer must be covered with either white or black chocolate. To cover a size of K, monocarp will need K kilograms of chocolate. Each layer must be covered with exactly one type of chocolate. So as far as what we understand, that we have two types of chocolate, white and dark, and the layers are like 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, like that. Okay. And then these types must alternate. If some layer is covered with dark chocolate, both the layer directly below it and the layer directly above it must be covered with the white chocolate, and vice versa. So here what we understand, let's say the layer 1 has one size. So the first layer is covered with white, then the second layer is covered with dark, then the third is white, then dark again. It would be alternate. Now we have this monocarp has A kilograms of white chocolate and B kilograms of dark chocolate. He wants to calculate the maximum number of layers that the cake can consist of, ensuring that he has enough chocolate of both type. Okay. So to solve this, we will first try to check what is the sequence is going through, and we will try to add the sequence. It would be like AZP form. Okay. So I will show you the logic flow. Yeah. So as we understand, we have the layer as first layer is 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, then 32, like that. Okay. These are the size of the layer. Now we know that monocarp has A kg of white and B kg of dark chocolate. Now we need to color these layers. Okay. So what we will do, we will first try to separate out. You know that if one will be marked as white, then the second layer with size 2 will be marked as dark. Similarly again 4, then 8, then 16, then 32, like that. Okay. Now we know that if we will do a sum of this, it will form a GP. We will try to make the sum 1, 4, 16, then 64 dash dash. It would be like 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 6 dash dash. Okay, this is the sequence. Now we will try to find the sum of the sequence so that it would be less than the A kg of white chocolate that the monocarp has. So the sum formula is like 2 to the power 0 into R n minus 1 divided by 2 to the power n 2 to the power 2 minus 1. It would be less than equal to A. We will try to find out the simplify this to find out the n. What would be the max value of n would be there for the A kilogram of white chocolate. So 2 to the power 2 n minus 1 is less than equal to log, not log, is less than equal to 3a. Now we have taken as 2n is less than equal to log of 3a plus 1 base 2. Okay, I have multiplied this 2 in the power 2 to the power 2 to the power n is 2 to the power 2n. So I multiplied that, and 2n is less than equal to log base 2 3a plus 1. Okay, now what we will check? We will check that n is less than equal to half of log base 2 3a plus 1. Okay, similarly we can do for the second sequence, this 2 8 32. Okay, so that we will find out for the B kilograms of white chocolate. So if we will do that for the second sequence 2 8 32, so 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 5 dash dash 2 to the power 7 dash dash. If we will try to find out for, let's say we can get m sequence in that, so we need to find out what is the max limit of m. So 2 to the power 1 into r is 2 to the power 2 again, m minus 1 divided by 2 to the power 2 minus 1 is less than equal to that b, the b kilograms of white chocolate. Now if we will simplify this again, 2 to the power 2m minus 1 is less than equal to half time of 3b. Okay, again we will simplify this. 2m is less than equal to log of 3 by 2b plus 1 base 2. M is less than equal to half of log base 2 3 by 2b plus 1. Okay, what we will get? We got the m and n. What would be the sequence in the n and m? Okay, again I am drawing the sequence so that it will be more clarify. 1 4 16, here 2 8 32, here 64, like this. Okay, this is the one sequence and this is the other sequence. It will go and flow on. Okay, now we got n and m. N is less than equal to half times of log base 2 3b plus 1, and m is less than equal to half time of log base 2 3 by 2 b plus 1. Okay, this is clear. Now till this point we got the n and m and we got this sequence. Okay, now we know that n is we are getting n for this sequence and m for this sequence. What if n is less than equal to m? What if n is 3 and m is 3? In that case we will get 1 2 3 4 5 6 layers. In that case, if this is a scenario, we will get 2 times of n, because if m is 4, let's say the next sequence 64 128 would be there. We cannot get 128 because we are not able to get this 64, the next sequence in this flow. 1 then 2 then 4 8 16 32 then 64. We are not getting 64, so we cannot get 128. That is the point. So we will get 2 star n. Again, if n is greater than equal to m, in that case let's say n is 4 but m is only 3. In that case we will get this 1 2 4 8 16 32 and then 64. Let's say we are also getting 256. Okay, we are getting this, but in the case of m we are getting only till 32. So what would be the answer? The answer would be 1 2 4 8 16 32 and then the very next sequence, because this will be included. Instead of m is only this till this point, but n is greater than m. Let's say m is 3, n is 5. Okay, in that case for the m we are getting 3 sequence, but for n we will get 3 plus 1, the very next, because it is in the flow. Okay, so we will get 2 star m plus 1. This is the sequence we will get. Now what we will do, we know that the first we have calculated for a. Give me a second, we have mistaken here, this should be a. Okay, so we have ensured that the first sequence will be taken for a, white chocolate, and the second will be dark chocolate. But what if the vice versa, the opposite? We will do the opposite again. We will do the same thing. N is less than equal to half log base 2 3 a, we will rewrite a with b, 3b plus 1, and then again m is less than equal to half of log base 2 3 by 2. Here instead of b we will take a plus 1. Okay, we got this point. Now we have this again, the two values we will find out here, n and m. Again we will do the same thing. N is less than equal to m, then 2 star n. N is greater than equal to not only greater than, n is greater than m. In that case 2 star m plus 1. Okay, from these two, whatever we will find out as a max, we will taken as a the final answer as 0, and we will maximize this. max of answer comma, what we are getting here, TMP or whatever, we will maximize this. Okay, so this is the flow, and now we will go ahead with the code changes. What is the code there? Okay, we'll see that. So as we said that we have A and B, I have taken as a mx as 0, then we have taken n is the log base 2, 3 star A plus 1, then 3 star B by 2 plus 1 by 2. Same logic that we have discussed here and the same formula. Then if n is less than equal to m, then we have taken as a 2n, else mx is equal to minimum of nm into 2 plus 1. Why we have taken as a minimum? Okay, that does not require, like n is, if n is greater than m, in that case m will be minimum, so minimum will be m only, so m star 2 into 2 plus 1. We don't require this minimum. Again we will do the n and m, log base 2, 3b plus 1 by 2, then 3 star A by 2 plus 1 by 2, and again the same formula, we have replaced only A and B, and then we will apply the same formula here. N is less than equal to m, and in the case of n is greater than m, we will take this second one. We don't require this minimum because n is already greater than m, so m will be minimum. So directly we can take 2 star m plus 1, and then we will return the mx, whatever the value is there. So this is the second question. Now we will go ahead with the third question. Production of snowmen. Okay, first we will read this question, then we will go ahead with the code flow. To create two truly festive atmosphere, Santa's helpers have opened a factory for producing snowmen. Each snowman consists of 3 snowballs, a head, a torso, and a leg. For the snowman to be stable, the ball forming the legs must be strictly larger than the ball forming the torso. In turn, the ball forming the torso must be strictly larger than the ball forming the head. So they are saying that there are 3 things: head, torso, and leg. And they are saying that leg should be larger than torso, then torso should be larger than head. So similar, like A is greater than B is greater than C, like that. Okay, at the snowman production factory, there are 3 conveyors, each containing n snowballs. The first conveyor contains balls of sizes A1, A2, AN. The second B1, B2, BN. Then the third is C1, C2, CN. So these are the array A, B, and C. The conveyors are cyclic. In other words, after the element number n, the number 1 follows again. We can consider that the ball numbered I and the number I plus n, as well as the ball numbered I plus 2n, are the same ball. Okay, it's like conveyor belt. So on the conveyor belt, if it is in a rotating cyclic manner, the after n, the next element is the first element. To produce snowman, it is necessary to specify these parameters I, j, k, indicating which balls on each conveyor the production start from. After that, the snowman will be assembled from the balls as follows. The first snowman will have a head size of AI, a torso of BJ, and legs of CK. The second snowman will have a head size of AI plus 1, a torso of size BJ plus 1, and a leg of size CK plus 1, and so on. Okay, so whatever, okay, we will take our iPad screen. Okay, we'll look into the third question, the production of snowman. What it has says, it has 3 array, A, B, and C. Okay, let's take an example. We will take the last example: 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6, 4, 5, 7, 6, 7, 5, 8, 10, 10. Okay, there are 3 array. What it says, the first array element should be less than the second, then third, for I, j, k. Okay, so for short, what I can say, that AI should be less than BJ, should be less than CK. If there is a sequence IJK such that AI is less than BJ is less than CK for all element after that. Okay, let's say I have taken here I, here J, and here K. In that case, this 2 would be less than 4 and then 5, and this cycle will continue, and it will check for all the other element in this frame like 3 should be less than 5, 5 should be less than 8, then 5 should be less than 7, 7 should be less than 10. Again, cyclic manner, 1 should be less than 6, 6 should be less than 10, like that. It will flow. Okay. So we need to find out the ijk, which is for which if we will travel through the array, it will follow the rule that ai is less than bj is less than ck for all element. So the what is the question further going around, that if we are able to find I, j, k, in that case we can multiply by n, because for if I, j, k, for that I, j, k it is valid, the next element will also be valid. Let's say for our example what we have taken 0, 1, 2. So for I2, J1, K1, if it is valid, then 3, 2, 2 would also be valid, 4, 3, 3 would also be valid, 5, 4, 4 would also be valid. Why? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we will not take this one. Why it is valid? Because 2, 1, 1 is valid. For this validation, we are checking for other elements, the next element, whether it is smaller than or not. So if for this triplet it is valid, the next triplet will also be valid. So we will multiply by n. So our question will become that we need to find out ijk for which it is valid. So okay, now going ahead, we will make this question a little bit in a simple way. We will first take only two arrays, first and second, then we will talk about the third array. 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6, 6, 4, 5, 7, 6. Okay. Now what we know that we need to prove that ai is less than bj for ij. We need to find out only ij first of this. Okay. So we will go here. For this we will take two loops. As we see in that the number of elements in this array is 5000. So we can go for iteration and we can take two loops. For this one I and for this one j. Let's say I stuck here for j. Now for this I will check that 1 is less than 6, and for this I and j it is valid for all element. The other element is less than the, if ai is less than aj, bj, then in that case ai plus 1 is less than bj plus 1, ai plus 2 is less than bj plus 2. Like this we will check for all elements. Okay. So I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0, we checked and it is valid. In that case our count will be increased. We will take as a counter ct, and ct will be plus plus, like it will be increased. Every time we will got this our answer. Now I will increase the I here to here. Now I will become 1 and j will be 0 again. Again I will check whether ai is less than bj. ai, okay, it is not visible here. Okay, so now I have taken I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 0, the next element. In that case also I will check ii is less than aj, bj. Okay, now here we will not check as ai and bj, we will make it little bit simpler again. ai plus j modulo n is less than bj. Okay, and we will run a loop for j. For j is equal to 0, j is less than n, j plus plus. Okay, why I am doing so? So that this will be iterate through every one of the element, and j is 0 to n. So the second array will be stale. We will check on the second array, and we will move around the first array. So we have two loops. I will show you here. For int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Then we have a second loop for int j is equal to 0, j is less than n, j plus plus, and we will check ai plus j modulo n is less than bj, like this. Okay, we will check that and we will increase our counter accordingly. I'm not going through all the code flow here. we will check that further, but this is the logic, and we will make a flag, and that flag will be true and false accordingly. Similarly, if you will took the other two arrays, the second and third, because we need to check that validation also. What is the second array? 6 4 5 7 2. 6 4 5 7 2. Oh, 6 7 6. And the third array is 7 5 8 10 10. 7 5 8 10 10. Now we have checked the first and second array. Now we are checking the second and third array. Similarly, here also, for every array element, we need to check which one is the valid, j and k. We need to check j and k validation. Okay, so again we will do this same for loop twice, and we will add here two for loop, and then we will check a j plus k modulo n is less than b c k. Here b and here k, c k. Okay, so what is here? We are checking for the array b and c now, and we are checking whether for b j plus k modulo n is less than ck. Okay, similarly, what we got j and k pairs which are valid. Okay, now we know that here there is no any mutual inclusiveness between these two things. The first we found out I and j, for which it is valid, and then we found out j and k when it is valid. So let's say we got here ct1 count 1, and here we got ct2 count 2. We can directly multiply this ct1 into ct2 to find the valid I, j and k. Okay, now we got the final I, j and k. Why we are multiplying here? Because here I and j, let's say we found out 1 2 1 3, like this I and j we found out. Okay, for j and k we found out one validation, let's say 4 and 5. Okay, so in that case what will happen? For the first array and for the second array, it would be first and second would be valid, and for the third array, second and third array, the fourth and fifth will be valid. So this will be aligned and this will be aligned, and in this alignation we can check for the further element, because this is valid, so first, second and third array will be valid, and this is valid, so first and second will be valid. So we can directly multiply that, whatever the count would be there. Now our first point, if we got I, j and k, then it would go for a cyclic manner for n times, because if 1 2 and 3 is valid, then 2 3 4 is also valid, then 3 4, let's say the fifth element is not there, so again it will go to 0 in a cyclic manner because of the modulo n. So this will be valid for a full cyclic, so we will have n multiplication of that. So the final answer would be ct1 multiply with ct2 multiply with n. So this is the final answer. Now we'll go ahead with the code. We will check the code. Okay, so what I've taken, first array A, array B and array C has been taken. After that, from here we have taken as a count 1 as 0, then we have has a one for loop, we have taken as a fg as false, the flag is the fg is a true, the flag is true initially, because when we get the flag as a false, we will break the loop, we will not go forward. So if the loop has not been break and every element is valid, it means that ai is less than bj, then we have this, our count will be increased. Okay, so in the second loop, for j is equal to 0 select n, ai plus j modulo n, the same I have told you that I plus j modulo n, because it will go in a cyclic manner, and bj will be go from 0 to n, so the array b will be in a stale manner. Now we will take in as a, if it is greater than equal to bj, then we have flag marked as a false, and we will break out from here, we will not go ahead further. the count 1 will be increased from this point. Again I have taken count 2 as 0. For same for loop follows here also. For I is equal to 0 say n, bool flag is equal to true, int j is equal to 0 say n. We have taken for the array b and array c now. I plus j modulo n is greater than or equal to cj, then flag is false and break. Okay, now here also we have count 2. At the end we have multiplied with 1 ll because it is going to the integer overflow and the answer will be incorrect. So the ct1 into ct2 into n, this is the final answer and it got submitted. Okay, that's all from this 3 question, A and B and C. If you have any question, you can comment down in the comment window. We will look into that. Thank you. Feel free to give any suggestion, and yeah, I'm stopping here. We will meet into the next contest. Thank you.